So in my island update for this week, we're going to be talking about the top 5 pests which could affect your holiday if you're coming over to Mallorca this summer. You can see as well that this video is actually a pre-record, and I'm actually in the United Kingdom at the moment, but I am preparing to fly back. So consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see what it's like flying to Mallorca and you want to see what the airports are like at this time of year. That flight video is going to be coming out in a couple of days. But for now, I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to take a walk down the Pine Walk here. I'm going to give you some lovely views. I'm also going to give you a weather outlook as well for the week ahead, just to let you know what kind of temperatures that we are enjoying over here at the moment and what you can expect if you're hoping to come over here for an out of season break. But for now, let's check out the views today, and I'll tell you now, it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we're just standing here on the jetty on the far side of Puerto Pollensa. Just turning the camera around here. Now, if you want to see what this resort is like during the winter, I have been over here filming some content. I will drop some links to those videos in the description text below. But for now, let's head on up towards the Pine Walk. Okay, so if I ask many of you what your absolute worst pest is over here in Mallorca, I can pretty much guess actually, because I've made videos about them in the past, but keep watching on into this video because I'm going to leave that right to the end to talk about. But I'm going to start this video by talking about the palm beetle, which is currently blighting the island. Now, first of all, I'm going to say, don't worry about the palm beetle. It's not going to affect you directly. It's not going to be one of these pests that's going to bite you, but visually it's going to affect your photographs, and when it's affecting the biodiversity over here on the island too. So the red palm beetle, or the palm weevil as it's also commonly known as, it's a non-native species. It came over here from Asia and it is currently destroying our very beautiful palm trees. The first place you're going to notice this is over on Calau des Pau, or Calapau, over Cala Doorway. Right at the back of the beach, you used to see that little line of palm trees. One by one, I've noticed over the past couple of years, they've slowly disappeared. And you can see as well, when I was over on the beach about a few weeks ago, you can see the last of the palm trees. It's pretty much gone. The next place you're going to notice where this little palm beetle as well having a devastating effect on the scenery over here in Mallorca is over in Alcudia Old Town, right on the entranceway to Alcudia Old Town, just to the right of the marketplace. You'll see the 2 big palm trees. Now only one remains, unfortunately, and you can see it here. You can see what it used to look like, and you can see it here now. So it looks like the palm beetle has got to that too. So I can't see this getting any better actually as the years go on. I don't know what can be done to treat it, but we're already seeing the changing scenery from over here. But anyway, let's pick the camera up, let's keep walking down the Pine Walk, and we're going to talk about the next pest, and I'm going to say actually, in my opinion, it's the most dangerous. Okay, so I've just come up by the Illador and we're looking down Puerto Pollensa's Pine Walk here, which as you can see is lined with pine trees. Now, I did cover this little critter a few weeks ago in one of my island updates, but I just want to let you know more about the Processionary caterpillar, which are currently out in force on the island, and they're absolutely horrible. So if I was anywhere else on the island at the moment, I would not be standing underneath one of these pine trees, but I'm delighted to say I've not seen one single caterpillar over here on Puerto Pollensa's Pine Walk, because of course these nests of processionary caterpillars live in pine trees and they're just about everywhere else on the island. This is a huge, really massively important tourist area over here in Mallorca, so they have gone to great lengths to treat the pine trees, and like I've said, I haven't seen a single caterpillar, but go back and check my video if you want to find out more about them. If you are coming over to Mallorca late February or during March, you're going to see them. You're going to see them crawling around, you're going to see them under pine trees, you're going to see them in the nests as well up above too. And over here in Pollensa, well, the town council has gone out, they have put signs up. They have said that they will be shooting nests out of the trees, which I assume they have done because I can't see a single nest over here. But if you are over here with a family, make sure your kids don't touch the caterpillars if you do see them. You can get a really severe allergic reaction. My daughter had it in the past. It was absolutely horrible. I had to take her to hospital. Normally you'll get a skin rash, a really horrible rash on your skin if you do get affected by them. And in fact, sometimes I just actually literally scratch when I'm near these caterpillars too. They they really are horrible things, so make sure you stay away from them. If you're over on the island, if you're bringing pets with you, make sure your pets aren't going anywhere near a pine forest at this time of year. But in my opinion, they are the absolute worst pests that we have over here, and they're just about everywhere else but on the pine walk over here in Puerto Pollensa. But anyway, let's keep walking down and we're going to talk about more pests over here in Mallorca. So it's not just Puerto Pollensa where you're going to find many pine trees. Another huge concentration of pine trees in the holiday resorts is going to be over in Santa Ponsa. I suspect those trees have been treated as well, but just really take care if you're over for an early season break. They do have several apartments and several accommodations over there at the moment, so if you are travelling, particularly with little kids, just really take care. But as we walk further along Puerto Pollensa here, the waterfront area, I just want to say too that it does look like this area has been treated. Having a look locally though on some of the other very wonderful Puerto Pollensa Facebook groups, it seems that further back in the resort has not been treated at all. So those little critters are currently plaguing the area. Not right here by the sea, but a little bit further back into the resort, so just watch out. Okay, so I'm just outside of the Mallorca area in Puerto Pollensa. I'm just right by the Cafe 1919. And next up on my list of annoying pests and how they may well affect you this summer is talking about one of my most feared actually, and that's cockroaches, because, well, you get cockroaches over here in the Mediterranean. Now, thankfully, the hotels are absolutely brilliant over here, and there are very few cases of cockroaches in hotels because, of course, they make sure all the bathrooms are sealed and the kitchens, if you're in a self-catering unit, they make sure that all of these kitchen units and bathrooms are sealed, because if you are going to get cockroaches, they'll come up through the drains. But then that's no guarantee of not seeing them while you're over here on holiday. Now, you do get a couple of different types of cockroaches over here, and there is a species that will actually fly as well. You see them flying around in the summer. Oh, it just makes me shudder just thinking about it. But it's not really anything to worry about, because they can't bite you. They just really, they're more of a skin crawler than anything else. You may see them outside on the pathways or whatever, you know, when you're out and about, when you're eating or whatever, but they're not really something to worry about. And it's the pest actually least likely to affect you, apart from the palm beetle, when you're over here on holiday. They just make you cringe, and a little bit like the song La Cucaracha, which is cockroaches in Spanish. They just make you want to dance around and just jump around to make sure they don't come near you. So like I said, your hotel is most likely going to be treated. You shouldn't see them in your hotel rooms. Don't start leaving me stories about where you've seen cockroaches this summer as well. Not sure I want to read that, but yeah, that's really the next pest. But you don't need to worry, because it's not like you're going to get a nasty nip from them either. But anyway, let's head on up the beach, and we're going to get on to our next worst pest that you're going to find over here on the island. Okay, so I can just see some holiday makers running into the sea here, which brings me on to talking about jellyfish. Now, these can affect you if you come over here. I first of all have to just say that I've been living on the island for 20 years. I've never been stung by a jellyfish, but we do have holiday makers who do come over here on holiday and they do get stung. So when is jellyfish season? Well, it can be all year, and jellyfish can wash in to a little bay or a cove one day and then wash out the next. You're going to find on big wide open beaches, you're probably less likely to find them. You'll see maybe on social media groups as well, if there are jellyfish, people tend to announce it or alert or put an alert out as well. We do on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group, so if you're not part of that group and you're over here on holiday, make sure you join the group as well. We'll let anybody know, or you guys let us know if you see any jellyfish where you are staying. So if you do get stung and you're over here between the 1st of May and the 31st of October, then you can go and see the lifeguards. They've got various medical stations on all the main holiday resort beaches. They can help treat that sting for you. If not, go to the pharmacy, and that can also be treated there too. For immediate treatments, do make sure you put seawater onto a jellyfish sting, don't put fresh water. Try and remove any spines as well in case you've got spines attached as well. And don't also believe the old fable about weeing on the jellyfish sting either, because I think that's just a rumour. I don't think it works. Not tried it. Well, I've not been stung, so I don't know anyone that's tried that. But anyway, don't worry too much if you're coming over here. It is something that can affect your stay. But also on the main beaches, look out for jellyfish flags. You'll find them put up near where you see the red flag or the green flag or the yellow flag, which tells you about the sea conditions. If you see a flag with a jellyfish on it, don't go in the water, and the lifeguards will probably tell you as well. So that's something else that you can look out for too. Okay everyone, let's keep heading on to the end of Puerto Pollensa, and we're going to talk about the worst pest here on the island, and it just won't go away, and I'm pretty sure it's going to affect pretty much all of you that come over here too. Okay, so the number one pest over here in Mallorca is, and drum roll please, it's the mosquito. Of course it is. We are plagued with them every single year. You are too when you come over here on holiday. In fact, a couple of years ago, I did meet up with a councillor over here while the elections are on. It's funny how politicians only want to meet up with you when they have elections on, isn't it? But I am hoping this year to talk to a councillor over here in the northeast area of Mallorca, where mosquitoes have been known to be a little bit worse than the rest of the island. Hopefully I'll get to speak to someone over here about the treatments that are going to be made to help minimise mosquitoes for this summer. Now, because of the wetlands over here, because we've got the Albufera Nature Reserve, mosquitoes can be a little bit worse over here, but you can find them just about anywhere on the island. They are technically here year round. Just to say, I've been wearing a t-shirt today and I haven't been bitten today at all, and you probably won't be bitten either. It kind of depends what time of the year it is. They're obviously going to be worse during the hot summer months than they are during the winter, and in the winter months anyway, you're wearing more clothes, so you don't notice them. And to be honest, I haven't actually seen any this winter anyway. But like I always say, regardless of whether you're staying in Palma Nova or Calador or Alcudia, there are going to be mosquitoes this year, so come prepared. That means bringing over repellent. It also means bringing over some treatments as well, some kind of like afterbite treatments. We do a really good afterbite treatment in the Mercadona supermarket, which I use. I'll get that back out in the spring as well to show you once again. Also from the supermarkets, get yourself a plug-in for your room too. Some of the hotels will have them in the bedroom as well, and try not to leave your windows open during the day too. That's also another really top tip, or leave them open at night either. Now of course I'm going to have more information out about mosquitoes as we roll in towards the summer, so don't forget to consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'm going to keep you up to date with everything that's going on over here on the island too, and anything that you need to be concerned about too. So I hope this information was useful. But moving on to the weather forecast, the long range weather forecast for the week ahead, and we are going to be entering the first week of March. I can see, looking ahead, that we're going to be having plenty of sun, a little bit of clouds. There's going to be highs of 17, lows of 8. We are rolling into March. Things should be warming up soon. And I'm just looking over at a cat that's come to join me here. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Island updates are going to be back to normal from next Monday, so catch me back on the channel then. I'm going to have plenty of content coming out throughout the week, and like I mentioned as well, I'm going to be filming my flight back to Mallorca too, so watch out for that video too. Thanks very much for watching everyone. I'll drop a couple of videos both here and here on YouTube to help you out with your holiday this summer, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.